Hello guys, and welcome to another League of Legends guide by Salwyn. This is a guide I've actually done before, but I haven't done it since the latest jungle patch, so the jungle wasn't up to date at the moment of doing the last one. So I'm going to do another Lee Sin guide because this was a good game and I liked it, so I wanted to put it out there. Now, first off, I want to tell you, never start your jungle like I do, because for some reason when I'm on Lee Sin, I always fuck it up. Like, fucking 100% of the time I fuck up my jungle. Like, early on the level 1, whatever. I'm I'm not really sure why. Like, maybe it's because I don't get enough damage, but really I'm not gonna blame it on anyone else but myself. Like, I fuck up my jungle so hard. Maybe I should just go E and do Wraith then Red or whatever, but whatever. Shit happens, and it happens to me every time I play Lee Sin, but the game turned out to be good in the end, so whatever. Anyway, for my runes, I run 15 AD runes, then armor and resistance. So that's just flat AD on Quints and Marks, I think it is. And then armor and magic resist on the rest. Start Q, at least if you're doing golems first, you start Q, because Q does a lot of damage, and it's totally awesome. Second spell is going to be spell or ability, whatever. It's going to be E, because E is awesome as well. It's just totally flipping awesome. Awesome! Anyway, Lee Sin is one of the junglers that I really like to play, because he has a very fluent way of playing, of being played or whatever. And it makes for a lot more fun jungling experience. Now, I think the problem why it takes me so long, and the problem why it fucks me up so hard, is because, like, golems have quite a bit of health. I mean, it's 1,000 health on the big one, and then it's 450 on the little one, and that really takes a while if you don't get any assistant damage. So if you do this, then ask for a big pull, because you cannot do this with a small pull and then expect the mid lane to wait at red. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna have enough health to do it properly either. So if you want to start with double golems and then red, then ask for a big pull. Ask for some good damage on it, because otherwise you're not gonna make it. Anyway, my masteries are deep, offense, whatever it is, and then points so that I get increased buff duration in utility. I like that for jungle, because that means that I can do my jungle easier and faster. So I like doing that. Anyway, because of the pull in the start, I'm not really going to be ganking early. I'm just going to be farming up the jungle. Pretty much because, like, if I can't really put any pressure on any lanes with this amount of health. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the time or whatnot. Anyway, we see... he sees me and then he's thinking, oh, I can get a shield. But no, I don't have shield. I kind of like that. He was like, oh, yes, help me. But no, not gonna happen. Anyway, whenever one of your laners die, try to soak up as much of the experience they miss as possible. Now, because of my low health, I can't really go into the lane and be all awesome like, because Malzahar will just E me and then I'll be absolutely screwed. Now, Rise teleporting back in, so I just want to get out of there. Make sure I take as little experience from him as possible, especially because he died early. You don't want to put him at a disadvantage. However, this is gonna be the lane we're gonna focus our ganks on. Malzahar is really strong, 1 versus 1, even against Rise, who's a really strong nuke champion. But Malzahar, especially after level 6, is super strong, because of the... simply, he can, if smartcast, and even without smartcast, he can just lay down so much damage and at the same time have his opponent stunned that it's impossible to avoid. So that is the lane we're going to focus our ganks on, definitely. Top lane here is pushing really hard, so I want to gank that as well, if at all possible. Bot lane, we have the stronger bot lane. Now it's it's really weird with people sliding around like that in the replay system or whatever. Our bot lane should be okay. I mean, what's it called? Blitzcrank and Cockmore are going to be stronger against Sivir Soraka, because Sivir's shield will only block 1 spell every 20 seconds. And she can choose between blocking the pull, or the knock-up, or the healing reduction, and that's simply, they just have such a big advantage against this lane, so that's not gonna need ganking. Anyway, I went base, after fucking up my jungle, and then I got boots as my second item because I want to be able now. Now I'm on top. Now I have high health. I have my abilities, so I can farm the lanes. No, farm the jungle fast and gank the lanes effectively. So I want to have movement speed in order to secure those ganks. Now I was looking bottom, and this is the thing. This what's his face? This Blitzcrank, seriously, like 2 or 3 times he gets caught doing that exact thing. Anyway, coming in for a gank here on middle. Now you want to make sure that Rise gets this thing, and I see him moving up here. There's the lockdown, and that just means we get the 100% positive kill. Get the slow on him. Sadly though, I'm 1 second too late on my on my Q, so Rise dies. Unfortunately, I don't really care though. I get experience and I get the kill, so I'm fed. I'm already fed at this point. Like with Lee Sin, you don't really need a lot of kills. You just need to get that one good gank, and then you can just go back to farming. And the fact that I got the gank plus I get to sit in his lane and soak up some XP is really gonna put me back in the game. So I'm just making sure I last hit. I don't want to push the lane too hard. I just want to last hit, get the gold and the experience. I don't want to push the lane to the opponent's tower, especially because it's a Malphite, it's a Malzahar against the Rise. So I don't want to put him at a disadvantage because Malzahar is stronger than Rise in lane. Anyway, Rise is going to be coming back to lane here, so I want to leave him as much XP as possible, and then I'm going to go gank top because Renekton's on. Holy shit, I can't remember. Whenever I do these guys, I can't remember the actual champion names. Anyway, Renekton's pushing really hard, so that just means that I get a really easy kill. So I just come up here, and he doesn't even pop his ultimate, even though I totally missed my my Q there. Still just get the easy kill. So I asked Trin if he needs to base, because if he wants to go back and buy at this point, I mean, he hasn't been back to base yet, so I can just sit in lane, last hit, get the XP again while he goes back to base. But it doesn't appear that he needs it, and he also says no, so I just go back to farming my jungle. You always want to be farming. That's really one of the biggest things about being a jungler. You want to be farming at all times unless the lanes needs a gank. Now, one of the things about Lee Sin is that he is the perfect counter pick to Malzahar. Malzahar's ultimate is a channeled ultimate, so he has to actually sit in his ultimate for the full duration for it to do max amount of damage. And as you can see there, the kick from Lee Sin, the R from Lee Sin breaks it. Oh, and did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see how I totally just went with the shield on Rise and then back to queuing the Malzahar? That was so gorgeous. I love that moment. I love doing things like that, and that's why I really love playing Lee Sin. Like, he takes a bit of practice, and I miss like a good portion of my skill shots. But when something like that happens, when you get a move like that down, it's so rewarding. It really feels awesome to do. So definitely, if you're a jungling kind of guy, then definitely consider picking up Lee Sin, because he is one of the most fun junglers to play in this game. That's for damn sure. Anyway, nothing going on in the lanes right now. My jungle is pretty much clear, and I got loads of gold, so I just choose to go back to base, pick up the let's see what I pick up. Pick up my boots, and oh yeah, and I sit and wait for like an hour to buy the mattress razors. I just sit there. I seriously sit there until I have 1,000 gold now. So let's just watch the other lanes. Now this is apparently where I'm watching at the moment. Oh, you can zoom out far. Anyway, apparently I was watching this lane, was I? Yeah, apparently I was watching the top lane at this point in the game, so we can actually see their health bars, which is really neat. Anyway, I get the Madras Racer and I go back to the jungle. Rise, really good timing there, coming back to the mid lanes as soon as the XP hits the tower. Now, failing the last hitting, sadly. I wonder what his last hits are. His CS. It's 25 CS to 59. And that really just illustrates how much he needs those ganks. He's pushed so hard in lane that he can't even see us properly. And Rise isn't one of the hardest champions to see us on either, so just make sure that when you start your jungling, like when you sit in the loading screen, just find out which lane of yours is gonna have the biggest problems. and then just camp that lane. Make sure that lanes get pushed down. You don't want to give them any room to breathe at all. Anyway, see here, Renekton just pushing top again, so I want to go back up there and see if I can get in another gank. That's like the biggest thing to jungling is having map awareness. You want to know where to gank when. Like right now it would be a decent idea to move towards middle, but then Ryze gets ganked like right before the lane pushes, so I cannot make it there and do a decent gank. So just go back to farming. I mean, I could go hold this lane. Oh, and here we go again. Look at this Blitzcrank. This is the second time he gets caught. I don't get it. Why? I mean, I was literally, at this point in time, I was literally afraid we were gonna lose. Even though I had 3-0-0, 3-0-0, double love, whatever. I was literally afraid we were gonna lose the game because that Blitzcrank was gonna feed so hard. Let's see if we do lose the game though. Could be interesting. Whatever. You already know we're not gonna lose this game. Like, if I put up a guide where I lose the game, people are gonna be like, yeah, this guy's noob. So that's not gonna happen, probably. Who knows? I'm so bad. Anyway. I see Kokmo going mid here, so I want to see if Malzahar is still around for another gank. But it doesn't look like he is, so I want to be moving. I want to get back to farming, and I see our blue is up now. So we want to go get the blue for Ryze. And Blitzcrank, Blitzcrank, holy thing. I just don't know those names. Blitzcrank with the awesome pull over the wall there. And then Kokmo, nice guy that he is, finishes up the minions for me so that the respawn timer will be reset. That's awesome. Anyway, bottom lane actually losing quite a bit at this point. I expected them to be winning really hard, but they are losing really hard instead, so that's really unfortunate. Like, Kokmo, Blitzcrank should be a pretty decent matchup against Soraka. Although Soraka's Sivir is a really strong lane, so can't be too confident. Anyway, Blitzcrank here, in the support that he is, he already has his Philosopher's Stone. No reservations to go against diving through into a foot Renekton. So yeah, it's not actually that bad. Blitzcrank just balls to the walls. This guy, no fear, and obviously he dies because you cannot fight this guy. And I so tried to get the assist there, but yeah, not gonna happen. Anyway, they are pushing hard mid, and we're not gonna get there in time at all. So I just decide I'm gonna stay up here, and we're gonna take this tower. We're gonna trade towers. Hopefully we won't lose the second tower, but that's most likely gonna happen. But there's nothing I can do about it. If I have to teleport home, it's gonna be 10 seconds of me teleporting, 10 seconds of me running there. If I'm going to run there, it's gonna be 25 seconds. So I'm not really gonna be there in time to actually do anything beneficial. So I just decide we're gonna take this tower, and then we're gonna come back to base. And luckily we get to only lose one tower, and that means we trade 1 for 1. Sadly though, we lose middle tower, which is the key tower to lose, but still, I mean, it could have been worse. We could have went base to try to help it and lost that tower and not even gotten the tower for ourselves. So that's the small decisions you want to make at all times. Whew. Anyway, that's a lot of talking, you know. Like, you guys should try just sitting down, recording whatever, and try to talk constantly over it. Like, it's really hard, but whatever. I mean, we make it happen. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, the game is pretty even. Like, even though they do have a kill on us, it's still pretty even. They have a kill and a tower actually, but I see it as even. I'm fed. Tryndamere is doing pretty damn well up top. We're losing mid and bot lane, but whatever. I mean, it takes 2 to tango, and me and Tryndamere can definitely tango. So no reservations here. Anyway, I think this is about the point where Tryndamere actually dies. It takes 2 to tango, and then he dies. Awesome. Oh. Yeah. He's dead. You need to run, bro. You need to run. Dang it. And then teleport in from Ryze to pick up the kill. Like a mouse. Yeah, I was looking up here just a little bit. I was kind of in the jungle at this point because I knew that the jungler would not be around here, so I just went in there to steal some experience and some gold. It's always good. Like, that's one of my weak points. One of the things that I don't do as much is counter jungle, go steal experience from the jungler. And that's quite important in most games, so. But yeah, it's just not the point where I'm at yet, so whatever. Anywho's, we've made it a little further. We've gotten the Rigger's Lantern down. We're starting to make the Phage Blade, whatever it's called, the Phage. Gank top there, no big problems. I mean, I'm still just going strong, just farming up. Sees a Raka mid there. And I don't want to try to Q her past the minions, so I just run up to her. She tries to juke it, but I just run to her, just try to DPS her down. But I see Malzahar there. If he gets an ultimate on me, I didn't see if he used it top, so I don't want to risk it. So I just go in there, I back off, and then Tryndamere goes all nuts to the wall, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna back off. But oh, that Blitzcrank, that's a key pull right there. I mean, now we got them. Like, when Malzahar died, I can see why Renekton would jump in when Malzahar got pulled, but Malzahar died before he even got there, so that's just like 4 against 1, and then and then another 4 against 1, so that's really good for us. Anyway, I'm pinging us back here because I don't want to take any chances. I don't really like taking chances at all when I'm doing solo queue. And sometimes that hurts us, but most of the time it's beneficial for the team. I see Blitzcrank is definitely gonna get stopped here, so I just back off. Come back to see if we cannot join the fight, and there's another like amazing hurt from Blitzcrank. So Raka heal, and I just like whoop kick him right into the ultimate. Like you don't wanna kick him out of the ultimate, so just wait a second until the ultimate's almost landed and then kick him. Kick him in the face. Anyway, the game has definitely turned at this point. I mean, Tryndamere is pushing top, Ryze is pushing bottom, we're pushing middle, we're ahead on kills at this point, and I'm just getting stronger and stronger by the minute. I'm 303 at this point. And like, our AD carry, he's really bad. Like, 75 CS to 108, and he's building Rigger's Lantern, what the fuck. But, whatever. We'll win this, no problem. Like, at this point in the game, I started to feel pretty confident again. And we can definitely fight this. Like, I'm not going tanky at all at this point. And I rarely do that when I play Lee Sin. I like being damage dealer. Like, Lee Sin can do so much damage. And with his ability to just jump around the screen, that means it's actually quite hard to kill him. Anyway, we pick up the dragon. Blitzcrank comes in, gets caught, keeps running in. I try to signal him back, but he's just nuts, that guy. Heal coming up. Pull getting blocked. Ryze said not doing the root on her at that point in time, but there we go, the root's up. She pops her ultimate and down she goes with Cockmore. What a shame. Anyway, so what did I get out of the fight? I got another assist and another kill out of that fight, so that's pretty decent. Giving blue to Ryze, because Ryze with blue is overpowered. Hands down overpowered. Just impossible to kill. There we go. Awesome. Tryndamere just kicking ass up top. Ooh, it's hard to talk. I'm just gonna take a sip of water. Anyway, I have money to go buy, but I just want to finish up my jungle before I go buy, because that means I can get back to a full jungle and get some more farm. So that's just awesome. Tryndamere, let me farm, guys. He's been farming all game long. I kind of giggled a little bit when he said that. It's like, okay, whatever, bro. But yeah, here we go. Just finishing up the jungle. Gonna base. Gonna base and pick up my Phage and a seal. Just because I can. I want to get my Triforce, and I want to get, like, when I get Triforce and Atmos, I'm gonna do so much damage. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, I'm just going for that. At this point, I'm so fed that like one good team fight from now, I got my Triforce finished, and then like another good team fight, I got my Atmos. So at this point, I'm not going for that super tanky stuff. I'm just going for straight up damage. Anyway, Blitzcrank here. Yeah. Not really sure if he counted on getting her with that pull, but whatever. I mean, the dude gotten some really great pulls so far, so I won't hold that against him. He did really good with the pulls. He did really bad with getting caught down here, though. It's really not good. Anyway, a lot of farm over to the right, so I'm gonna go take that while my teammates defend middle. Like we have the stronger team for team fights. Like without a doubt, we got the pull initiate from Blitzcrank. We got the raw damage from both Rise and Tryndamere. So we're pretty good, set pretty well here. Like they have 0 DPS and that's about it, because Malzahar DPS in a team fight is not that good unless people allow him to do his ultimate. You want to kick his ultimate as Lee Sin at least at all times. If you can do that, you win every team fight, no problem. Anyway, I want to get Blitzcrank to go back here a bit, but he just keeps pulling off those hooks. So I'm just like, yeah, okay, we can do this, no problem. Just going in here for the kill of Malzahar. I want to pull back here and just let Tryndamere do his thing, but yeah. This Trinda. This team is like totally nuts. I mean, this is one of those teams where you just sit there and you're just scared shitless the entire freaking time. I mean, it's so crazy. Oh yeah. Anyway, lots of farm top. Tryndamere going up there to get it. Pantheon there going on Cutmore, just going there to try to block some of the damage. Like, we're not in a position where we can actually fight this guy, so I just want them to pull back. But this Cockmore, like the rest of the team, is just absolutely crazy. So I go take my raid. I don't care. I'm gonna leave them to it. Like, when in doubt, just get the fuck off. I don't remember who said it, but there's one of the streamers, like one of the pro guys, who said it's when in doubt, split push. I think it's Chaos. Perhaps it's Chaos, perhaps not. If it's not, don't hold it against me. Like, I watched them all, so it's really hard for me to remember who said what at what point in time. Oh yeah, that cut more. I love how the animation doesn't follow the actual thing that happens there. Oh, the ultimate. Oh, he's actually... Oh, he's got the Negatron cloak and the catalyst, so he's pretty well defended. He's pretty damn well defended against that. Anyway. Yeah, we can 4v5 them, no problem. Like, their AP carry is Malzahar. He gets really strong if he gets super fit, but at this point in the game, he's not fit at all. Like, he's got some few items, but compared to our team, even though we really suck, we're still way stronger than what he can actually do something against. So, no reservations against fighting these guys at all. Like, if he had been LeBlanc or Serath or something, he could really pull out some damage. But being Malzahar, he's not that strong, especially not against Lee Sin. So, I'm feeling pretty damn safe at this point. There we go. Whoosh. Just getting them kills, It's like, we have the fucking ultimate setups here. We have the root, we have the kick, we have the knock up, we have the grab, we have everything. Slow. Like, slow on Tryndamere, me, Cockmore, and root on Rise, and knock up on this guy. Like, they cannot get to us. We can kite them all day. Oh, Soraka bringing out the big words here. Really cool guy. Like, we do Baron. And I'm like, I don't want to tank this shit, bro. What the hell? Whatever. We get it. No problem. Oh, so sexy. It's like the only time I do it. Like, I never really do that when it can actually benefit me. But whatever. Like, my Lee Sin is pretty strong, so I'm not gonna hold that against myself. I'm a nice guy that way. At this point in the game, I'm just trying to get as farmed as possible, and I see the top lanes pushing, so I'm just gonna push it back and then base. Base, bro. There we go. Alright. Cockmore doing dragon like a boss. Tryndamere getting caught. Oh, he got away. Cockmore actually helping him get away there. Even though it didn't help him, he tried to help him, and that's what counts. It's the thought that counts, lads. Rice getting blue, real nice. Me getting back, finishing up my Triforce, getting that that chain vest for my Atmos. And like, even with only Triforce and Wriggles, I already have 200 AD. That's a lot. Like, I do a huge amount of damage at this point. Like, whenever I Q somebody, my Triforce procs. Whenever I E somebody, my Triforce procs. Whenever I W myself or some of my teammates, my Triforce procs. Like, constant fucking Triforce procs in team fights. Lee Sin too strong. Like, wanna notice this damage? Right there. Boom! He just goes down. There's nothing he can do, and the other guys are like, oh hell no, I ain't gonna fight that. Like Lee Sin, when you don't build him like hardcore tank, when you build him tanky damage, like off tank-ish, he's so strong, it's insane. Just like try to pick him in a team setup where you have a tank top. Like, don't do it with Tryndamere. It works this game because our setup's so good compared to theirs. But generally try to pick it whenever you have a tank top, like for example Irelia. Or even Renekton or Nasus. One of those really tanky guys where you can just build like slightly off tankish. Just do that. Like, and I'm a real pussy. Like, I can see this is not gonna go well for us if we're there. I was already low from tanking a bit of turret and taking some damage in the fight. So I just back off and try to get their buffs. And my guy's just crazy. My guy's just crazy, just going in there, just fighting over and over again. Tryndamere going true boss style here, just jumping onto Raka. I'm kind of surprised he couldn't kill Raka at all. Like, he's gotta have hit that girl like a million times, and she just refused to die. And now he's actually fucked. She's chasing him off. He's chasing her back. Oh no, damn it. Didn't get him. Anyway, I got my Atmos at this point in the game. Let's see, my AD goes to 256. 54, damn it. Anyway, like now, I can build Warmox. I can build, like, what's it called? Guardian Angel. Thornmail. Doesn't really matter what I build. I'm gonna be strong as a motherfucker, no matter what I build. So, like, when you get to this point with Lee Sin and the other team is not way too fed and you have a decent-ish tank, you win. Like, so crazy. He's so strong. Like, he does so much, insanely so much damage. Look at his Q's, like, ratios. Like, it does 132 damage from my AD times 2. Like, it scales to more than my actual AD. Like, no it doesn't. Actually, it's right below now. That's because I had Baron buff, obviously. Anyway, it scales right below. So, like, it's 227 attack damage is pretty much 227 damage on Q. It's pretty much like half the damage on E. So strong. Like, it's fucking 233 damage on his kick. So that makes 800 damage. That's so insane. Lee Sin too strong, Lee Sin OP, I don't care. Love it. Such a fun character to play. My guy's just fighting butts, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna push. I'm gonna go win the game solo. Just gonna do this. No problem. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this guide. Like, if you want to see me play sometime, I do stream over on OMTV. So, I'll put a link in the description. Just go subscribe to me and just make sure you know when I go online, and I'll pop on IRC and we can sit and chat and ask questions. I can answer questions to the best of my ability. So we can just hang out and have fun. It's all good, all in good fun, businesses and good music. So definitely check out my stream as well. I'll put the link in the description as said. Remember to like this video. Like, it makes me happy when I see like 20 likes and just like, I'm happy. So give the video a like, definitely. And yeah, until next time, have a good day.